Hey folks, it's called meeting to order 7:37 PM Wednesday, March 20th.
Councilwoman Selby,
Present.
Councilman Cardini,
Present.
Supervisor Keating,
Present.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Present.
Councilwoman Martin.
Present.
Councilwoman Martin, will you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, this evening under preliminary matters, we do not have any other preliminary matters, so moving along to our regular business for tonight. Item number 1 is a consideration of all fund bills, and Councilwoman Lukacek, would you like to take that item tonight?
Sure. Yes, Mr. Supervisor. Okay. I had reviewed a couple items for the abstract number 1, 2024 payables, journal number AP-4311. And the credit for the DB fund, I make a motion that we approve $467,320.76.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, item number 3 is our correspondence. There are 10 items for correspondence tonight, and they've all been received and filed in the town clerk's office as part of our board packet. First item is our town clerk's report for February 2024. Item number 2 is the dog control officer report for February 2024. Item 3 are the income statements for the preliminary December 2023, January 2024, and February 2024. Item 4 are the cash balances for all of 2023. Item 5 are cash balances for January and February of 2024. Item 6 are the draft minutes from NEST, which is the Northeast Southtown Waste Management meeting. Item 7 is the CPL meeting minutes, number 1 for town hall entry improvements for our front steps out front. Item 8 is the CPL meeting minutes, again, number 1 for the town hall generator install. Item 9 is a letter from the New York State Unified Court System for the annual internal audit. Item 10 is a use of meeting facilities for the Southtown homeschoolers. That is all our correspondence. Moving on to item 4 tonight is our new business. First item, as always, is our request from the floor. If there are anyone in the audience that would like to go up to the microphone, please state your name, address, and you have 3 minutes each. The floor is open. It's snowing outside. All right, I guess with no comment, we will close the floor and move us along. Item 2 is the approval of the, there's actually 4 items here, folks, for number 2. These are the approval of the 2023 service award points for each of our first responder organizations, which are Boston Fire Company, Patchen Fire Company, North Boston Fire Company, and the Boston EMS. Councilman Cardini, would you like to take those?
Thank you, Supervisor Keating. I'd like to make can I make one motion for all 4?
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve the service award points for 2023 for the Boston Fire Company, Patchen Fire Company, North Boston Fire Company, and the Boston EMS Squad.
Second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, item number 3 tonight is Resolution 2024-23, authorizing the 2024 early poll location lease agreement. And Councilwoman Selby, would you like to take that item?
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. I'd like to make a motion to approve resolution number 2024-23, where the town board of the town of Boston authorizes supervisor to sign a lease agreement with the County Board of Elections for the Boston Town Hall to serve as an early voting location in exchange for a payment of $900 per election. I'd like to make a motion to approve this lease agreement.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, item 4 tonight is Resolution 2024-24 for a stipend for Board of Assessment Review. And Councilwoman Martin, would you like to take that item tonight?
Yes, thank you Supervisor. I make a motion to approve resolution number 2024-24, which is a stipend for Board of Assessment review. We found that recruitment and retention of qualified members is challenging for this board. There is a sacrifice of time and talent, so I would make a motion to encourage members that volunteer to receive stipends. They would be eligible for a stipend of $25 per training session and a stipend of $150 per day for their participation on grievance day, which commonly happens during business hours. I make a motion to approve this resolution.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukasik,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, item number 5 tonight is Resolution 2024-25, amending the 2023 budget to appropriately account for brush overage. And Councilman Cardini, want to take that in?
Sure. I'd like to make a motion to adopt resolution number 2024-25, which amends our 2023 budget to properly account for a $13,126.96 budget overrun.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukasik,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, item number 6 tonight is Resolution 2024-26. We had some discussion downstairs, so I'd like to make a motion to table item number 6 tonight.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukasik,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, item 7 and 8, I'll take these 2 items. Both of these tonight under our agenda were to schedule public hearings for a fill permit application for Matt Colo, I'm going to say. I cannot pronounce his last name, so my apologies, Matt. But one address is located at 7008 Umphalius Road. The second fill permit application was located at 7631 Zimmerman Road. Upon some discussion downstairs in the work session and also with the code enforcement official, those applications were not completely filled out in their entirety. So I'd like to make a motion to table both items 7 and 8 to schedule those public hearings until we can get a completed application.
Second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukasik,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, moving on to old business tonight. Only one item there is the 284 agreement to spend highway funds. And Councilwoman Sully, would you like to take that item tonight?
Yes, I would like to make a motion to approve the updated Highway 284 agreement as per the Highway Superintendent's recommendation on approving $15,584 on Cloverfield as well as $37,632 on Patchen Road. The distances total between the two, less than a mile, its grand total is $53,215.44. I'd like to approve this agreement to spend on highway funds.
There's a lot more than just.
Yeah, there's more.
There's
Oh,
a final
okay.
page
Yeah,
there.
if you wanted, we can just approve the 284 agreement as drafted.
As drafted, several pages.
Save you, yeah.
Thank you.
No problem.
I'll second.
Thank you. Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukasik,
I have a question.
Sure.
The stamp on the agreement that's up in the corner of each page is March 15, 2020.
Is it really?
Yeah, good catch.
So
One,
is that what was received?
No.
Or was this printed from an email? I guess I'm not understanding.
I'll have to take a look at, we'll have
Is
to
this
take a
an
look
old
at that.
form,
I
right?
think that was a secretarial mistake.
Yeah, I would say that was off.
Typo should be 2024.
I'm not-
Yep.
So
Yeah, it does.
whoever
It's up here in the right.
Yeah, we'll have to take a look at that.
is marking all these on that date, they're gonna,
Your date's correct on your
the
sheet.
date on the,
But the
form.
timestamp.
but the times, thank you, the timestamp is incorrect.
I didn't do the timestamp.
It appears on all of them.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah, that's okay.
yeah, so yes, just make a note that whoever timestamp, they might need to
Update
cal-
the time.
Update the date.
calibrate their timestamp.
And Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, that is it for our meeting. Reports and presentations. Highway Superintendent, you have the floor.
Yes, thank you. Brush pickup starts the week of April 1st. It'll go on the whole month. Sometimes it takes a whole month to get around every street in town, so if your street don't get picked up on April 1st, you don't have to call. It might be April 2nd, April 3rd, whatever. Depends how much brush is out there, depends how long it takes. After we do April, we'll do it again in May. Every street will be done each month, every street each month. We will definitely have a lot of wood chips available, so anybody wants wood chips, fill out a sheet, we'll deliver them. I see piles of leaves coming out on different streets. Springtime, you must bag the leaves for us to pick up the leaves. I prefer the paper bags because those decompose in the compost pile. With the plastic bags, you gotta cut them open and you have the mess. So if you could, the Home Depot, the big paper bags, I prefer. I usually pick them up personally, that way we don't have to charge the general funds because we already go over budget on that line, so to do a good deed. Other than that, street sweeping on the town roads was going on until we got this last batch of snow. So we got most of the roads were swept, but now we're using just pure salt, we're not using any sand, so there's definitely, so we won't have to re-sweep the streets because there's no sand on them. So we just use pure salt. Hopefully, that's coming to an end real soon, because the last week we've had quite a bit of plowing. Other than that, we're gonna be out doing some more plow damage cleanup. We started that a little bit. Other than that, I guess that's pretty much all I have tonight. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Councilwoman Selby, you have the floor.
Thank you, I have no report tonight.
Okay. Councilman Carnegie, you have the floor.
Thank you, Supervisor Keating. I'd like to take a moment and recognize a member of our community, Bill Frischella, who's the Boston Patriots football commissioner, for working with the county to secure an additional AED to provide to the Boston Youth Soccer League. And just wanted to point out, this is a fine example of two separate youth sporting leagues working together for the benefit of our kids. There was question on how the Youth Soccer League was going to pay for the AED, and Bill actually took it upon himself to work with the county to get an additional AED to meet that requirement that the state has given us. So I just wanted to recognize Bill for a really good job. Also wanted to thank the North Boston Fire Company, the Patchen Fire Company, and the Boston Fire Company, as well as the Emergency Squad, for all their time to review, compile, and submit the LoSAP points for 2023. I know what goes into that, and it's greatly appreciated. You guys all do so much in the community that, you know, that takes away from that too. So thank you. That's all I have tonight.
Okay. Councilwoman Lukaszek, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. The planning board meeting for April has been canceled. And I want to thank those who have been participating in the comprehensive plan, the steering committee folks. Thank you very much for what's coming. Just to remind everybody that there is a public meeting for the comprehensive plan on what the vision is and where we're going, and we'll need your eyes and ears as we I guess go full throttle with this, so it's very exciting. What is the date again?
April,
20,
April 10th?
yes, it is April 10th.
April 10th for the public meeting. Yay! That's all I have.
Okay, thank you very much. Councilwoman Martin, you have the floor.
I don't have anything to report,
Okay.
Supervisor, thank you.
Madam Clerk, you have the floor.
Thank you, Supervisor Keating. Just a few things. Town and county taxes were due on March 15th, so we are in the penalty phase of that. That phase will go from March 16th through April 30th, and that penalty is 7.5%. So I will be still collecting town and county taxes through June 30th of 2024. And we do have early voting that will be starting. The election that is coming. Is this considered a primary? I'm sorry. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
So this primary election, early voting will start Saturday, March 23rd. That will go through Saturday, March 30th. There is no voting on Easter Sunday. There will be no voting on that Monday, April 1st, and then the election day is April 2nd. That will take place in the community room. We have the annual Easter egg hunt will take place here on the grounds of the the town park on Saturday, March 30th at 1 p.m. sharp will be takeoff. It will be over at 101 approximately. But there are several additional activities in the community room after that Easter egg hunt. And the next Connect Life Blood Drive is Tuesday, April 2nd. That will take place right here in the courtroom from 2 to 7. That's all I have, thank you.
Okay, I just want to touch base, just to let the public know and kind of put on record, so during that Easter egg hunt, it is one of probably our town's largest community events that we hold behind Town Hall. Voting will be moved upstairs here into the courtroom, just so everybody's aware. So we've town clerk, myself, and Board of Elections, we've had conversations, but due to the amount of people that attend this event, we've made the decision to move everything up here. Board of Elections was completely okay with that because Town Hall technically is designated as the polling location. So just the mere fact of moving from downstairs to upstairs, just to put it on the record, so nobody gets bent out of shape, that there are no conflicts with moving something from downstairs to upstairs. Board of Elections will handle the machines, there's no problems. So Board of Elections has been very supportive, and I thank the town clerk and her staff for helping out with that. So that's what I had regarding the early voting. We've got a bunch of things going on in town. Just wanted to put on record, the town did receive an email from residents down on Deanna Drive. There were multiple concerns from residents. I'm actually kind of surprised nobody's here tonight. They did say that they're going to try to make it out, but then we have the inclement weather. But Carmina Woods, who's the developer for that project, met yesterday on site, yesterday afternoon, and they are going to be addressing each of the items that are in this email as far as the residents' concerns. So the town will have a response back to the residents that sent us the email. So that will be addressed. There is a Erie County Agricultural Farmland Protection Plan public forum. This will be upstairs and downstairs on the message boards, but they are, excuse me, Erie County Environment Planning is working on these agricultural farmland protection plans. There are 5 different polling locations meeting locations and times. If you're interested, please take a look. It will be going out to the town social media and the town website, and again, it's on the message boards up and downstairs. Solar eclipse glasses, there's been a big ask for those. The town did receive a small allotment of solar eclipse glasses from Legislator Mills' office. They've been distributed to our senior groups in the congregate dining program. After those groups, the last group meets this coming Friday. If there's any glasses left, they will be made available up in the town clerk's office. So I don't know how many we will have, but I'm guessing somewhere around maybe 50 to 100 left. We were only given 300, so sadly there's not a lot. But that's what was left over from what the county had that was dispersed out to all the public libraries. So we have been receiving quite a few phone calls recently regarding solar eclipse glasses. On that note, we did have a discussion downstairs regarding the town hall. The town hall will be open on April 8th, which is the total solar eclipse. I know some municipalities are either closing at noon, some are actually closing. We made the decision downstairs, town hall will be open that day, just to put that out on record. Comprehensive plan public meeting, that is a big one for our community. We've had great response from the schools, our farming community, our small business community. And as Councilwoman Lukacek said, I do encourage people to show up to that meeting on April 10th. We'll be downstairs in the community room. We're hoping for a good turnout, but there's been a lot of effort and time that's gone into this plan. It's been posted out to social media with all the details. So please, we value this input and feedback because, after all, it is our community. So we value that feedback.
What time is that?
6:30.
6, yes.
Yep. The April 3rd meeting, which is coming up in a couple of weeks, that is going to be canceled due to lack of agenda items. It also falls in the middle of spring break, so admittedly some of us are going to be on the road, but so we put some of the things into the meeting here. So we will all be reconvening for the next board meeting on April 17th. I also wanted to bring up that we received a couple of calls. Erie County partnered with NEST, which is the Northeast Southtown Waste Management Board, to do a composter sale. It was put out on the town social media. There were roughly 1,300 composters that were made available for sale, and it was quite frankly a fire sale because this time around they were subsidized by NEST. Usually they're about a $50 to $60 purchase. The Nest Board, which I'm part of, the board made a decision to subsidize half of that cost. So residents who are interested in composters, they are available. The last numbers I saw, there were roughly a couple hundred left. So if you're interested in one, go ahead and get one, at least try to get one. And if not, next year will come around, and there is early discussion already that we'll probably end up subsidizing again next year to try to keep that cost down. So a lot of people are starting to compost. So I want to fill everybody in on that. And that's all I have for tonight. So with that, I will make a motion to end the meeting 7:57 PM. I'll second.
Councilman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Tarantini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lubitsch,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried, meeting adjourned.
Janine went on there.